Hey, it's Spence from LaunchFlows.com. I've got a 4.3.18 update to LaunchFlows that covers a couple important things. First of all, it fixes a new quirk that has been introduced by WooCommerce 7.70. When you go into the dashboard and you would create a new product, WooCommerce will now try to introduce to you an option to use their new blockified template, which is very odd because it conflicts with your ability to actually use Gutenberg. It tries to force on you just an unusual template. And LaunchFlows now will turn that off when you go into the global settings of LaunchFlows for disable LaunchFlows product layout and block. It will just disable that problem and leave you with your standard WooCommerce stuff. If you don't check the checkbox, you end up with the proper thing to actually use Gutenberg. So let's go over here now to Products, Add New, and you'll see that you'll be able to have the normal Gutenberg layout, including the ability to use LaunchFlows. So it just basically disables entirely that new blockified template, which is not ready for prime time. Next is I've added a new feature, and there's a couple others coming down the road. This is now on the order review component of LaunchFlows. We now have parameters. And the parameters are pretty straightforward. You have the option to either have the removal checkbox show or not, show or hide the image, adjust the height and the width of the image, whether you want to show the name, whether you want to show the quantity. So for example here, if I did not want to show the quantities, I could just say quantity no. And when I refresh the page, then the quantity will be no longer displayed. Similarly, if I don't want to have the remove checkbox, I could just say no. And it's good to go. So it's a nice option for the fact that you can now control, in addition to styling the individual components, you can control their display. I also have a couple other components coming out, including the Ajaxified order bump and so forth. This is all leading up to LaunchFlows 5.0, which will be a modular version of LaunchFlows that will allow you to just use the features you want a la carte in a very creative way. But until then, this is Spence. I'll see you on the next video.